Tito Jackson, one of the brothers in the popular group the Jackson 5, has died.
Tito Jackson, 70, passed away. A Jackson family representative confirmed that despite best attempts, Tito could not be revived and that an official cause of death has not been determined. On Sunday, the founding member of the Jackson 5 and Michael Jackson's older brother suffered a suspected heart attack while driving from New Mexico to Oklahoma. Not yet been decided. According to a statement, Tito was a beloved Jackson family member, a devoted father, and a gifted musician who made a lasting impression on the entertainment and music industries. 6 days before his passing, on September 9th, Tito was last seen in Munich, Germany, ahead of a performance by the Jacksons' current lineup also includes brothers Jackie and Marlon Jackson. Before their show in Munich, Jackie, Marlon, and I visited the magnificent memorial dedicated to our beloved brother Michael Jackson, as seen in his final Instagram post. We are incredibly appreciative of this unique location that not only honors not just our collective legacy, but also our remembrance. I appreciate you preserving his memory. King of Pop. At the age of 50, Michael, who was well known for his hit Smooth Criminal and Beat It, passed away on June 25, 2009, following a cardiac arrest. 9 grandchildren and his 3 sons, Taj 41, Terrell 39, and TJ 46, who are all members of the band 3T, survived Tito. Tito's sons sent heartfelt photos and a moving letter honoring their father. We regret to inform you that our cherished father, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Tito Jackson, has passed away. Our father, who many of you may recognize as Tito Jackson from the illustrious Jackson 5, was an amazing man who cared about everyone and their well-being. We are startled, disappointed, and grieved. As Coach Tito, or as Papa to some, he will always be much missed. We will always remember Tito time, so please keep in mind the lesson our father always taught us: love one another. We love you. The mother of Jackson's son, Todd Terrell, was Dolores DeMartz, whom he married in 1972 and divorced in 1988. Her death was first considered accidental when she was discovered dead in a swimming pool in 1994. Her boyfriend Donald Bohanna was then charged with her murder and found guilty of second-degree murder in 1998. The Jackson 5 were created in 1964 with founding members Tito-born Toriano Adero Jackie and Jermaine's younger brothers Marlon and Michael joining shortly after. He was given parole in December 2022 after serving 24 years. Tito's father Joe saw him messing around with his own guitar at the age of 10, breaking a string. Tito was forced to play for him, and Joe eventually bought him a guitar. The 10 Jackson kids would frequently break into song, which gave Joe the idea to start the family band, which he managed. The group enters regional talent contests. As their manager, Jackson was notoriously strict with them. He also requested that his kids address him by his first name rather than Dad as they moved on from local competitions and performances. Jackson eventually secured the band's appearances at progressively esteemed locations, including the Apollo Theater in Harlem, New York, where, in 1969, they won Amateur Night and subsequently a recording contract with M-Town. The Jackson 5 became signed to M-Town Records in Detroit, where they achieved multiple hit songs, including tracks that peaked at #1. Since Tito's amazing guitar playing has been a major factor in the band's success, I Want You Back, ABC, The Love You Save, and I'll Be There, Jackson 5 became the first American group to reach the top of the Billboard Hot 100 with all 4 of their initial singles. When the trio left MTV and became the Jacksons at CBS in the middle of the 1970s, Randy, the youngest Jackson sibling, took Jermaine's place. Remaining behind, Jermaine began her career as a soloist in 2001 at Madison Square Garden for Michael Jackson's 30th anniversary concert special. Jackson got back together with his brothers. Michael was a member of the original Jackson 5 until 1983, at which point he turned his attention to building a prosperous solo career. Tito was very close to Michael and stood by him when he was accused of child abuse, molestation. Wade Robson and James Safechuck both claimed in the 2019 documentary Leaving Neverland that Michael Jackson had assaulted them while they were young boys. Jackson was found not guilty on all 14 counts of the allegations made against him in 2005. Safechuck claims that he first saw Jackson in 1986 while he was 10 years old on the set of a Pepsi commercial, who, in his life, had refuted any claims that he had abused children sexually, lavished him with gifts, and shaped him and his family after Robson won a dancing competition in Brisbane. He met Jackson when he was 5 years old. Robson said that Jackson had similarly abused him. Tito stated, "I believe it has something to do with his," and declined to view the documentary popularity that they want to add some ugliness to the mix or ruin his profile. Social media doesn't always help the way things work, but the truth always wins out, and it always will, regardless of what people say. It's almost like what's coming next. His legacy will never be tarnished. Who will come after? In 2003, Tito started his solo career by playing the blues and putting out 2 albums, 2016's Tito Time, and in 2021 Under Your Sway Tito Time produced the hit solo song Get It Baby, which featured Big Daddy Kane. He also recorded Love One Another, a song that his brother Marlon Jackson Kenny. As a member of the Jackson 5, Neil Bobby Rush and Stevie Wonder were among his lifetime nominees for 3 Grammy Awards. This past month, he was elected into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1997. Jackson thought about his sibling, Michael, telling the Mirror that the world had not been nice to him at all. "I'm not sure why, but I would always reply that we would miss him if he weren't here. His passing was such a great tragedy that the world undoubtedly lost out on much of his goodness, because he was a compassionate person who enjoyed giving, in addition to being a musician and artist. There aren't many people I trust to teach me this business, and there are a lot of wealthy people in show business who aren't artists. So you wonder how they got all their wealth in his final weeks. I don't have time to dwell on it because we know each other and ourselves. That just irritates me." Jackson took the stage in Sir England on September 8th, having previously played in events in California, England, and Scotland. Just 5 days before his tragic death, he honored his beloved late brother and king of pop Michael Jackson Tito, who had been touring with his Jackson bandmates and brothers Jackie and Marlon. Tito had visited a Michael Jackson memorial in Munich in the days leading up to his death. The band was scheduled to perform next on October 25th in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and November 1st in Cincinnati, Ohio. The band performed at Circus Krone in Munich on September 10th, Germany, prior to our show in Munich last week. He wrote, "My brothers Jackie, Marlon, and I visited the beautiful memorial dedicated to our beloved brother Michael Jackson." Fans wrote heartfelt comments on the previous post, expressing hope that Tito Jackson is with Michael now, singing and dancing in heaven. Rest in peace, Tito Jackson. Today, you get to see your younger brother one more. Legend, you're back with your little brother Michael, who was known for classics like Smooth Criminal and Beat It, passed away on June 25, 2009, at the age of 50 following a cardiac arrest. As others noted, 9 grandkids and his 3 sons, Taj 41, Terrell 39, and TJ 46, who are all members of the band 3T, survived Tito. Tito's sons sent heartfelt photos and a moving letter honoring their father. "We regret to inform you that our cherished father, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Tito Jackson, has passed away. Our father, who many of you may recognize as Tito Jackson from the illustrious Jackson 5, was an amazing man who cared about everyone and their well-being. We are startled, disappointed, and grieved. As Coach Tito, or as Papa T to some, he will always be much missed. We will always remember Tito Time, so please keep in mind the lesson our father always taught us: love one another. We love you, Dad. You guys Taj, Terrell, and TJ are inconsolable." A fan of Tito Jackson said that the celebrity had reconnected with his adored late brother Michael.